Hey, yo, what up, YouTube? I'm talking in a low voice, so hopefully the AI algorithms think that I'm a black guy and they give me more views, because that's that DEI lifestyle that all these websites and governments be living on. All right. So, aside from my horribly dangerous racism, there's this speaker box here, and you can download it, and you can build it no matter who you are. I don't care who you are. Build it. There's a lot of cool things about this design. One of the cool things is that I put a power acoustic subwoofer in here from Walmart, and I have metered at about 133 dB at 36 hertz in my van, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good for a power acoustic from Walmart. So what is this thing? What is this? Is this a horn? Technically, no, it's not actually. But if you want to call it a tapped horn, that's fine. I'm cool with that. So what is it actually? It's a tapped quarter wave resonator. It's tuned at 33 hertz in the open environment, but if you put it into different vehicles, that tends to change. I put this in an extended cab truck with the mouth. This is the mouth here, the part where the sound waves blab out into the air, and I put that on the passenger side facing up into the roof so that the cab of the truck sort of acted like an additional path length, and also the pressurization of the cabin tends to drive the tuning lower, whether you call it the transfer function or whatever you call it. I don't really care. That's what happens. In my truck, this thing would pound, absolutely demolish 28 hertz, which is below its tuning. In my van, that frequency moved up to 36, which is above the tuning. Different cab, different environment. So anyway, do you want to use this in a car? I don't know. That's up to you, man. So anyway, let's change our window here, our mode, whatever it's called, and I can get you the external dimensions real quick. So in that direction, it's 38.75 inches. This is a big box. I don't know if it's a boy. I don't know if it's a girl. It's probably non-binary. So it's 16 inches in that direction. And in this direction, let's see, 24.75 inches. All right, cool. Pretty big. So, geez, what else was I trying to say here? Oh, yeah. These corners here, I built one with those in, and I built one without them. Inside the pass band, the bandwidth of the subwoofer, I didn't notice any difference. I have seen some people's little studies about it. Seems like with a subwoofer, the noticeable effects of putting the corners in are mostly outside of the pass band. But if you want to put them in, put them in. You'll go ahead. It doesn't bother me. Also, right here, if you'll notice that this angle here doesn't really fit quite right up to this, well, yeah, I was being lazy. I just put a bunch of glue there. I just put a bunch of construction adhesive. If you want to make that perfectly at an angle and stuff, like, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. If you want to modify anything about this, I don't care. If you want it to be tuned at 40 hertz, make this part that I'm highlighting right now, just make that shorter. Just make it shorter. Who cares, dude? Who cares, man? So anyway, it's good. I really enjoy it. On paper and through testing, through measuring this, everything about it looks like it sucks. I promise. It doesn't. It's awesome. It's super great. I love it. It's one of my favorites. There's not a lot of subwoofer boxes, designs that I make that I don't, let's see, what was I trying to say? That I like them so much that I make them more than once. I usually make them about one time, find out what they do, decide if it's good or bad, and then I'm just done with it. This thing was so, like, it pounded my butt so good, and my nipples, and it was pounding all over me. So I made it again, and I liked it a second time. I would marry this box, you know? I would gay marry this box. So anyway, here's the title page, and right here, zoom in on it for you. This is a horn rest measurement and another horn rest measurement that I made with a non-reference microphone. I made it with the microphone that I'm talking into. So as you can see, there's a gigantic peak right here at 90 hertz. Is that due to my power acoustic driver? Oh, that's 97 hertz. That's 97 hertz. I was looking at the dBs, which don't matter because it's not a calibrated mic. So yeah, anyway, there's a big giant peak there. And then you go straight into this huge null. So that peak is at basically 3 times the fundamental, which is 32 or 33, whatever. And that'll happen basically every time you do a straight resonator. You'll get the null out here. You'll cancel out and it'll suck. But that's fine because you just low pass at like 60. Just low pass at like 60. Trust me. It'll sound good. It'll sound cool. It'll sound awesome. At least that's my opinion. That's how I think it sounds. I still have this thing. Nobody ever bought it from me. Nobody buys car audio around here. It's a car audio desert, man. Doesn't mean it's bad. Just means it's really demoralizing for me, the guy that likes audio stuff. So anyway, this isn't as bad as it looks. I can promise you that. Also, this weird little squiggly thing right here, that's a room mode. I measured this in my basement. Is this huge peak here a room mode? No, it's not. No, it isn't. It does that. But again, I promise it's not as bad as it seems. It's not as bad as it seems. But if this scares you a lot, just go ahead and don't make it. You know, it's up to you, man. It's all up to you, man. It's your decision, man. It's your prerogative. You know, that's stupid word. So anyway, here's the parts that you need. You need all of these parts. You need them. And if there's parts that you need to make this box that aren't on here, then I'm very sorry because, you know, shit happens. I forget stuff sometimes. But I think most of the parts are right here. And then the other parts that you need, oh, they were supposed to be on here. Huh. Oopsies. Did this wrong. There we go. Get that stuff out of the way. All right. So they're on here. And, yep, you need this part, the internal resonator part plus external panel, make 2X. That means make 2 of them. All right? Let's just make 2. Just make 2 real quick. I'll file save that real quick. And then the angled panel at the mouth, you need that. And then all these corner 45s, they're not necessary. Pretty simple. You can put them in if you want to. There's the dimensions. There they are, dude. When you angle stuff inside your model, I don't know how to put it into the tech draw program the same way I'm putting all these ones in. You know what I mean? Because it's angled. How do I do that? I don't know. Anyway, here's the helper page. I try to just smatter dimensions on here that I think you'll need so that you can plan out how you're building this. And also, if you look at this this box, I made this as a transmission line with a little bit of offset right there before, and the bottom part, below this part, below the baffle, that's a T-line at about 45 hertz. But later on, I decided I don't like 45 hertz, and it was really loud. It was really loud, but it didn't go low enough. Even this doesn't really go low enough for me because I like that low pounding in my butt type bass. So I made it like this, and it was way better. I just added on top of my old one, you know. That's why it's got this kind of weird build to it where the side panels aren't all one big panel. Now, if you wanted to modify the design so that it is, I don't actually know why you would do that. But you can if you want to. It's up to you, man. Anyway, Google Drive link in the description. Go ahead and download it. go ahead and download it. Download FreeCAD so you can open up the CAD file that's going to be in there. It's going to be in there. The cut sheets are going to be in there, and you're going to have such a big giant smile on your face. You're going to love it. Anyway, that's it. Robert Jefferson, not my real name. I'm out.